बता देंगे। Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nahmadun salli ala rasulihil kareem amma ba'd. So today, inshallah, we are going to discuss about the Islamic banking system. Last week, you had discussed about the interest and usury, riba in Islam. Of course, it is forbidden in Islam. And when we say this, that interest is haram, so through interest, you cannot buy the house, you cannot buy the car, or you cannot do any business with the interest system. Now, people ask that, is there any alternative or not? That's the question. Of course, if Islam says something that it is haram, so Islam gives us some alternative as well. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give the reward to the ulama, the scholars, contemporary ulama, mashallah, they have done a lot of ijtihad on this particular issue. And then mashallah, they come up with a very good system about Islamic banking. In the past, that was very, of course, very difficult for the people. But mashallah, these ulama, all the istilah or all the terms that was used in different systems, mashallah, they mashallah did the ijtihad, they drive from there, and then mashallah, they established the Islamic bank or Islamic cooperative many places in the world. So people still they are confused, and those who do not understand the Islamic banking system, they have objection, or they think that the Islamic banking system or the conventional one, both of them are same. We don't see any differences. Both of them are same, and the banking system is haram, and the Islamic banking or Islamic cooperative system is haram too. Inshallah, when we discuss, then we will see the differences as well. There are a lot of differences. So first system is mudaraba. Sometimes people, they have money. For example, I have money, but I don't have the time to do the business, or I don't have enough knowledge or skill to do the business. Sometimes people, mashallah, they got the money a lot, maybe from their parents, but not wise enough to do business. So a person who has got the money but cannot do the business, so usually what the people do, they put the money into the bank, that's it. And then they get the riba from the bank. Sitting at home, getting the interest from the bank, and that's it. They enjoy their life, which is haram, the way they earn. So now, there is alternate system that if you have money, or I, for example, have a money, and then I want to earn something halal, whatever the profit comes through halal, you will get it. So what is the way? The way is the mudaraba system. So mudaraba system is that a person who got the money, so this person will be Rabbul Mal, the investor. I have a money, so I'm an investor. So I invest my money to someone, or ask someone to do the business for me. We start from the, very, very short way. That, okay, I have a money. For example, you don't have a money, but you got a skill for any particular subject. Let's say you're the builder, or you have different qualities, so you can do the business. So I come to you, I ask you, okay, can you do the business for me? You can say, yes, I can. So I give you the money, and then you do the business. So this transaction is called mudaraba. This transaction is called mudaraba. And a person who is the investor is called Rabbul Mal. And a person who will do the business for you will call mudarib. Mudarib. So this mudariba system, in mudariba system, Rabbul Mal, one party, and second party is mudarib. And transaction is called mudaraba. You understand this? So we read first and then inshallah we go slowly to definition of the mudaraba.
In this type of partnership transaction, the owner of the wealth is known as the Rabbul Mal, and the investor, the bank, is known as the Mudarib. The Rabbul Mal will give his money over to the Mudarib, who will then invest this in a business enterprise. A deal is then made as to fix a percentage ratio for both the Mudarib and the Rabbul Mal. In this way, when the agreed amount of time has passed, then any profit made is divided according to this ratio.
Okay. For example, I give you the money, let's say $100,000 to do the business for me, because I don't know how to do business, but I have the money. So I give you $100,000 to do the business for me. Now you open the shop and you do the business. And when you start doing the business, so in we have to decide right at the beginning. Today, when I invest money to you, and we have to decide together how much the percentage will be from the profit we will get. We can decide as a Rabbul Mal, I will get 20%. I am the investor, and as a Mudarib, you will get 80%. Why get the extra 80%? Of course, because you spend your time, your energy, and maybe you hire other people as well. So a lot of expenses are there. For me, I'm investor. Just give to you money and sitting at home. Now you're doing the business. Of course, then you can say, okay, you can get 80% or 90%. I will get 10%. See, this is absolutely halal. So whatever, but the thing is that we cannot fix the amount. We cannot fix the amount. That's very important to understand. Can't say, okay, I give you $100,000. Now every month you give me $500 or $1,000. Can't say it, can't. Because you are fixing the amount. Now you are getting the money from the fixed amount. That will be haram. Has to be the profit, whatever the profit you get from the profit, the percentage, not the amount. And if you remember, in our country, time to time, the people come, the cheaters come to the market, say it's Mudaraba system, come to the market, millions of dollars, the rupees, they get from the people in the name of Mudaraba. In the name of Mudaraba, they say, give us 100,000, we give you every month 3,000. The amount, they fix the amount. So if you fix the amount, but we don't know how much they earn the money. How do you know? We have to invest this money into the market and then see how much you get. You may get maybe 10,000, profit, not 3,000. Depends. So that's why just say the profit, whatever the profit will make, and from there, 20% for investor and 80% for the cooperative or the Mudarib or the bank. Understand? So we have to fix the percentage of the profit. We cannot fix the amount. Okay, 100,000, give me every month this amount. Or if anyone claim like this, that transaction will be haram. This is not a mudaraba then. Okay, next page. Which page number was?
94.
Sorry?
94.
94. Okay, so this is the next page is mutlaqa.
That's 64.
Okay, mutlaqa. Yes.
The first type of mudaraba is mutlaqa, or unrestricted, in which the Rabbul Mal gives full freedom to the mudarib to choose how he will invest his money. However, there are certain rules to this, such as that the mudarib is not allowed to lend the money to others or to mix his own personal money with the Rabbul Mal's investment without his consent.
Okay, so basically, when you deal this sort of business, mudaraba business, so there are two types of mudaraba. Number one is called the mutlaqa. So basically, you give the free hand to a mudarib, so he can invest this money or he can do the business in any ways. He can use this means maybe he can use this amount, some amount, maybe 20% for computers, 20% for hardwares, 20% in other ways, in different ways. Because this person got the skill, this mudarib, you trust him, main purpose is to get the money, to earn the money for you. So now he is doing the business from your money and put in different areas. So that's called mutlaqa. So there's no restriction for him. He is free now. So he can do the best what he can do. But make sure that he cannot lend the money to someone because he trusts you. So you have to do the business. You cannot pass on the money to your friend, sending money from it to other country. So this man, basically this investor or a Burmal, basically ask you to do the business to make sure that you are doing the business and locally, unless they agree, okay, then we can expand this business overseas as well. This different scenario. But make sure you cannot give the money only like as a loan or something, paying the money, paying with the money, cannot do. So this is very important, that if you want to do the mudaraba mutlaqa, and we will prefer anyway to do the mudaraba mutlaqa, means give him free hand. He is not bound to only use the money in building or use the money only for the computer stuff or building or using money for particular thing. Just give him free hand. So he feel free, then he will try his with the level best how to earn the money. And then it will be benefited for both of them anyway. Okay, the second one is called muqayyada. So muqayyada come from qaid, means limited. There's a restriction for okay, now read this.
The second type of mudaraba is muqayyada, or restricted mudaraba. In this case, the Rabbul Mal will tell the mudarib which enterprise he should invest in. For instance, the Rabbul Mal tell the mudarib only in construction.
That's it.
This is advised especially if the mudarib is non-Muslim and may therefore be unaware of halal and haram.
Okay, if you are doing the business with the kuffar, the non-Muslim, and then you have to say, okay, now because you are the builder, so I give the money to use money for this particular purpose. Do not use money to any other business, because this kafir, he doesn't know. Maybe he will think, okay, I can use some money in maybe that the other areas, maybe haram business. We don't know. So, but if you are doing the business with the Muslim, so I will prefer that go to the mutlaqa one. So he can do, he knows all the halal areas, then he will do the business according to Islam. So anyway, both of them are okay, mutlaqa or muqayyada. You can go to both. Yep. Now, of course, all because you are not doing the business, someone is doing the business for you. There will be some conditions. What are the conditions are here? Okay.
In the Mudaraba system, the Rabbul Mal hands over his investment to the Mudarib and is expected that he will thereafter not interfere. However,
Okay, sometimes people give the money and others, interfere. So no, give him free hand. So start working for you.
However, he has the Rabbul Mal does have the right to two conditions.
Yep.
The first is that he is allowed to oversee the Mudarib's business activities as to how he is managing the money.
Okay, so that's different thing, because in that case, the Mudarib knows already. That was the agreement. That was the agreement. That okay, time to time, so the investor will come, and then he will check. Oh, that's fine. But there's no nothing known. There's no condition. Just you come, jump to the office and say, "Show me your record." This and that. He will upset, of course. So if already decided, and the person, the Mudarib will know already. Okay, that's fine. And all black and white, everything is clear. Anytime you are welcome to come and see. Number two.
The second right is that he can work together with the Mudarib if they agree to this.
That's fine then. Okay, I invest money, but I work with you as well. Yep.
Furthermore, the scholars of the Hanafi fiqh have agreed that the money should generally be in a cash form, liquid form.
Okay, that's because this is the mudaraba, and I have a money, which is liquid form, and give to you to do the business. So according to Hanafi fiqh, we reckon this way. But the other scholars, they say, okay, that's fine. You can have the other stuff as well, like a land, for example, or other things.
While some have also said that it could also be of other types of capitals, such as land and equipment.
So again, against the money. Yep.
The Mudarib, if in the case of his traveling 48 miles, according to the Hanafi jurist, to the benefit of the investment, is allowed to use money from the Mudaraba.
Okay, this 48 miles means traveling. Even he's traveling to other state. So airfare. Or if going to Melbourne, for example, Brisbane, by car, so he can, use this money for the petrol or other stuff, is fine. Just to make sure that you have to be fair as a Mudarib. Okay.
However, if he works from the same city, he is not entitled to this.
Okay, so then same like in Sydney, so you are going from Parramatta to Blacktown or here, and then you're charging petrol. No, don't do it.
But only the profits of the prearranged ratio. Another opinion, that of Imam Ahmad, is that the Mudarib is allowed to take from the Mudaraba money for his daily expenses of food, whether or not he's in the same city.
Okay.
It is very
clear? According to Imam Ahmad, okay.
It is very important to note here that the ratio of profit must be fixed at the beginning of the deal.
Yes, I let you explain this. Very important. We have to fix the ratio. As example, 80% for the Mudarib and 20% for the investor. It's called a bull mal.
Both should come to a mutual agreement, where the profit will be given to the Abu Mal due to the wealth he invested, and the Mudarib shall be given based on his effort and time spent in investing.
Yeah.
This ratio is allowed to be determined by the people involved, and there is no set ratio they must follow. However, if the ratio was not decided for some certain cases, then it will be made 50-50.
Of course, because you did not decide already, just you give them money, and then just the simple way, 50% for you, 15% for the investor. So Mudarib will take 50% profit, and 50% Rabbul Mal. Yep.
Yeah. According to Islam.
Okay, now, for example, if you finish this deal.
Closing the deal. The mudaraba may be terminated if the time period which is agreed upon at the beginning has expired, or if either the Rabbul Mal or Mudarib do so with the notice.
With the notice. Okay. So at the beginning, you can decide, okay, this business will be for 2 years. And after 2 years, you will see. But you have to say the month, date, sign, of course. Okay, so, and then as a Mudarib, you know that you're going to wind up the investors' money. So I, for example, invest money to you, and then tomorrow I'm asking money, give me back. You already put the money into the market. How come you pull the money back? So you have to decide the time, dates, and sign. So no argument, no dispute there. Mudarib will know already, okay, I have to wind up this business by that time. Yep.
If a profit is made, in this case, then any money that has been made shall be distributed between the Rabbul Mal and the Mudarib according to the ratio. If no balance is left, in this case...
Okay, this is the first scenario. So in Mudaraba, whatever the profit made, and then according to the agreement, 80%, 20% will be distributed to them. And the second scenario is if no balance is left.
If no balance is left, in this case, neither profit nor loss has been made, in which the Mudarib or the Rabbul Mal will receive nothing.
Okay. So it depends on the market, and sometimes, mashallah, markets boost. You earn a lot of money. Sometimes nothing is happening. So at the end of the month, or it depends, you can decide quarterly, yearly, monthly, okay, whatever and you can decide at the beginning anyway. Now the time comes for the profit. So this month, no profit. In that case, Rabbul Mal, as investor, cannot ask, I don't care, give me my profit. Or Mudarib say, I lost my whole time, my energy, I work up to midnight, I do not receive any money. Asking Rabbul Mal, investor, I don't know. So, but I need some money. Can't. Because no profit, finish. So no one can ask each other. Number 3. Yep, number 3, then you can see what happened in number 3.
If a loss has been made, in this case, the Rabbul Mal loses out on any profit he could have made on his investment, and the Mudarib loses his time and effort spent on the investment.
Okay, that's the number 3rd scenario. If there's something happen, even the capital is gone, can happen. In that case, what will happen? Rabbul Mal cannot ask the Mudarib, I give you money, I don't care, give me my money, which that was, let's say, $100,000 back. Mudarib will say, this black and white, you can see everything. Now what happened? Disaster happened, everything is gone. I don't have anything. Then investor cannot ask, no, I don't care, I need to get my money back. Can't. That's the profit and loss business. And Mudarib cannot claim anything, because the commodity, the main capital is gone, or 10% gone, or 20% gone, or whatever loss happened.
That means you don't have the profit, they say 300,000. If they lost the 300,000, no one can argue.
No, I think it's the best way, if you don't mind the question, because it is a live going. Inshallah, write down this, inshallah, in the inshallah, we give the answer, inshallah. Just write down this, please. Huh? All the question, inshallah. Okay, and then I will explain more. Just say we read this one. Okay, now this system is a very fair system. Okay.
A fair system. This is, of course, a fair system, as the loss is felt by both and the profits are shared by both. It is a system particularly ideal for those who have capital to invest but have neither time or knowledge as to where to invest. Practical example. The Rabbul Mal approaches the Mudarib with $100,000 to invest. They'll both agree on a ratio for profit at the end of the year. Example, 20% Rabbul Mal and 80% Mudarib.
Okay, so This clear? Okay, at the end of the year, yes, a profit.
At the end of the year, a profit is made of $10,000.
Okay,
The Rabbul Mal will receive 20%, example $2,000, and Amdari will receive 80%, example $8,000.
$8,000. Okay, now that was the simple mudaraba. That was the simple mudaraba, means I have a money. Okay, now I come to you. I know, mashallah, you are a very intelligent man and you got a lot of skill. Okay, instead I deposit my money into the bank and receive the interest from the bank and eat, that will be haram. So I want something halal. So I come to you, I give you the money, and then you do the business for me according to this terms and conditions. That's fine. Sometimes it happen individually. So some people, they have a very good skill but no money, poor person. So these two people get together and they do the business. One person will be the investor, second person will be mudarib, and then he will do the business for you. Finish. Now, if you want to set up the Islamic banking system here, for example, that was the scenario, that the simple mudaraba. Now I'm going to explain to you the proper Islamic way. For example, let's say here, all of us, we want to establish the Islamic banking system here. And we know that the Ummah is in need to buy the houses, to buy the car, to do the business, they're different. But they don't want to go to the bank. We can say this fine, okay, now let's say establish the bank. And of course, here very hard to establish the bank, but we can establish the cooperative. Cooperatives, the rules different than the bank. So we can establish a cooperative. Let's say we get together and then we made a company, let's say ABC. That's the cooperative. Just any name, you can say any name. Say Quba name, okay? Or ABC. Let's say ABC. So the ABC now established now. Now we're asking people that we are doing the halal finance here. How? That all of us basically deposit 100,000 to this ABC. Now other people are coming too. MashaAllah. Let's say 1,000 members you got. Example. Now, mashallah, we are standing on the market having how much? 100 people? Huh?
$1 billion.
$1
billion.
1 million. Okay, the $1 million we got now. Now we are offering to people, okay, now you can come, you can buy the car from us, or you can buy the house, because we just started, we don't have capacity to give to everyone, but first come first, who comes, and then we allow him, and you can buy the house for him, or buy the car for him, and then we go from there. So whatever the profit we get from other businesses, buying the houses or buy the cars, and the profit will go to the investors. The dividend will go to them. So of course we decide the 80% for the mudarib, 20% for the investors. So 20% profit will go to them, and 80% profit will go to ABC cooperative. Clear? So now this mudaraba system started in different countries, Islamic countries and non-Islamic countries too. Here, even in Australia. I don't want to say the name particular company, but in general, there are people, they are doing, the people they deposit their money or invest their money into them, and they do the business for you. Is that clear? So whatever the profit come, of course, they will give to you according to the agreement. So this is very important for all of us to know how the Mudaraba system works. Now already we read it, now we can understand how these people they do. Because buying the cars and buying the houses is the profitable business anyway. Yani 95%. Very rare to hear the price is gone down for the houses. If you buy the house 500,000, inshallah after 4 or 5 years it will go to 700,000-800,000 easily. So anyway, this sort of business that's called mudaraba. So this is halal. One is the investor, second is the cooperative or mudarib, whatever. So this system is, we start from the scratch basically, from the beginning, so we can understand. Now we are going to the next one. That's the actual business start. Firstly, we get the money. If you don't have money, how you start the business? That's why we said let's say set up the ABC cooperative ABC bank, for example. We set up the ABC bank with the mudaraba system. None of us have the enough money. So, but we want to do the business and we want to survive ourselves. We want to help the Muslim Ummah too. So that's the way to get them and telling the people, now we are doing the business, and then we can buy the house from us, you can buy the car from us, you do the business with us. So invest your money to us. People start giving the money to us, and then we start, mashallah, business. So there's mudaraba, and then from there, another thing here, this is the one scenario that we do the business, ABC company or ABC cooperative, do the business from the people's money, in hundreds of people, thousands of people, they come, they invest their money to the business. And of course, sometimes, you know, we can see a lot of demand in the market. Hundreds of people are on the queue, but we don't have enough money. Short. Maybe we can provide 4 houses. And then we say, please brother, I put you in the queue. And then you'll be number 5. As soon as we get enough money to buy the house for you, then we will call you, we send you the letter, and then you'll be the number 5, number 6, number 7, number 2, so on. So sometime when the business, mashallah, grow up, so in that case, maybe we can find some big investor. Sometimes we can get the money from the Muslims, but mashallah, maybe he can say, okay, we can give to you 10 million, 20 million, 30 million. Because of our reputation, mashallah, is good. We are sitting in the market, and then everyone knows, and then some other people wants to join us with a big amount of money. Alhamdulillah, come forward. And of course, we decide the terms and conditions according to the Islamic law, profit and loss, everything, as we discuss here, how the mudaraba system works. So now we can grab the money, then we can help many people. Now 20 people can join, to 20 people we can buy the house for them. So sometimes a small amount or sometimes big amount. So, but doesn't matter, the criteria is same. Follow the criteria. So a person is very poor, but he got mashallah only $5,000. He doesn't want to get the interest from the bank. He want to get some dividend from halal way. Deposit 5,000, he will get accordingly. And some person, mashallah, giving 50 million, for example, he will get accordingly. You understand? That's very simple. So that's the mudaraba. You have to understand the structure, and then inshallah ta'ala we go from there. Now, let's say we established ABC Bank and we start the business. Now, we start the business different ways. Through musharaka, through murabaha, through ijara, and through istisna. So now the next, we are going to talk about the musharaka. We are not going to talk musharaka banking. Firstly, musharaka system, share business system. Firstly, we have to understand. Like we discussed the mudaraba, the simple mudaraba. Then We discussed how this mudaraba system can work in the Islamic banking system. Now, come to the musharaka, simple musharaka, how the musharaka works. That's the second lesson. Okay. Yes.
Definition. The meaning of this type of transaction is that of sharing, as in the Arabic word shirka.
Shirka.
This means partnership. A group of people will come together and partake in a certain investment and will receive profit according to ratio. It is an ideal system to counteract any form of riba, as it means that the Muslims can collect money all together rather than each having a small amount that can be of no good use in investing.
Okay. So this is the musharaka. Word musharaka come from shirka. So some people or we get together for money to do any business, any sort of business, of course halal business. So whatever the money we put, I put 1,000, you put 2,000, you put 5,000, you put 10,000, whatever. So, and then whatever the profit we get, according to the shares, we'll get the profit. Very simple. Okay. Now the types of musharaka. Like you remember, the mudaraba got two types, mutlaqa and muqayyada. And musharaka got two categories as well. Yep.
There are several types of musharaka under the two larger headings of shirkat al-milk
Shirkatul milk.
or partnership by joint ownership.
Okay.
Shirkat
And second is shirkatul aqd,
or partnership
by contract.
in the shirkatul milk.
Now shirkatul milk.
Could come about either optionally, the spelling is fixed, where the people share out of their own free will, or it could be compulsory.
Okay, so sometime, of course, we people get together, we invest money together to buy anything. Let's say one house. All of us, we share the money to buy a house, $500,000, for example. And after 1 month or 1 year or whatever, and then we sell this house. And then we got the profit, let's 100,000. So that 100,000 profit will be distributed to them, to all of us, according to our shares. If I put 5,000, so according to this, I'll get the profit. You get, if you put 10,000, according to that, you get the profit. You know, the profit will be shared according to the ratio. It's clear. So this is the optional thing. So yani just we make our mind and we decide to go business and then we come together. Sometime, mashallah, come automatically. Or that's compulsory, you know, come to you. Like, yani, if my father dies and you put the money as a inherit, we can hire the money. This is virasa. This is the compulsory. So the boys and the girls, you know, son and daughter will get that money. That's the compulsory share from the Sharia. So they get, mashallah. This is the shirkatul milk as well. Father dies, he left the house, and two daughters, two sons and wife, for example, he left. So there's the compulsory. So everyone will get their shares. The shirkatul milk. Everyone is sharik. Everyone is a part of that house. The mother, she was a wife, and son and daughter. So everyone will get it. Yep. Say.
Such as if a person passes away, his heirs will automatically become partners of his inheritance.
Okay.
It has further divisions, such as one's undertaking on a partnership for a certain fixed time, such as a fortnight, where each of them share the community.
Okay. Now come to the shirkatul aqd. That's the main thing. By contract, we do some shirkat and then we start business. Okay.
The shirkat al-Ulqad has many other categories, all of which a group decides to partake in the business and mutually agree with a contract. Subdivisions include shirkat
Amwal.
al-Amwal,
In the money, yani, this come from amwal is the plural of mal. Liquid form. Okay.
which is where the partners share in capital, and shirkat al-Amal.
Shirkatul amal. The second thing is when you're sharing in act. So you are sharing the money and you are sharing the act. So you basically say, okay, now I work as well. The shirkatul amal. Okay.
Where the partners share in services such as tailoring.
Okay. Tailoring or anything. Just one example. Okay. Now, so we have to understand the rules. Yes.
The general rules of musharaka will be the same for any joint type of agreement, such as the fact that the deal should be mutually consented to by all parties without force. There are, however,
Of course, in business, there's no one can force each other. Just we have to. And if I agree, I come forward. Don't agree, doesn't matter. Okay, I go to somewhere else then.
There are, however, more intricate rules as posed by Islamic law, which are firstly that the exact amount of money each will invest must be specified, and secondly that the currency must be specified.
Of course, it's very important that how much the amount, 5,000, 10,000, whatever, 10,500, and then $65.75, for example. We have to say clearly everything, dollar and cent, and even you need to say the currency as well. In Paki rupees, Saudi riyal, dirham, dollar, Australian dollar, American dollar, pounds. We have to decide. We have to clear. We must clear this. Yeah.
For instance, it must be said that one intends on paying in Australian dollars or the Saudi riyal, or whichever they choose, but it must be stated. The mixing of the capital is not necessarily required. Lastly, the capital invested need not only be of liquid type, it could even be in the form of valued assets. In this case, the value should be calculated at the market value, and this would be considered as a share of the person in the deal.
This one. In Mudaraba, according to Hanafi, we do not reckon. But in Musharaka, that's fine, you can do. Okay. Go to the next.
The partners involved could all agree on one person looking after the investment, but all could do so equally.
Okay, so for example, if we are busy, we establish, mashallah, ABC bank, but one person, he can say, okay, I don't have any other job, I can look after the business. So we have the other job as well. So we do our business, but we appoint one person to do the business for us. That's fine. Or maybe more than one. Or maybe all of us work together. All fine. Okay. If in the case of the first,
If in the case of the first, then all the partners not working on the investment will receive the profit based on the percentage of the capital they put in.
okay, that's clear. Okay.
Termination.
Now, if you want to terminate this deal, yes, you can. So how?
The musharaka will be terminated if firstly the deal object of investment has been achieved, such as buying land for a house and then selling it. And secondly, if any one of the partners involved wishes to end his share in the partnership.
Okay. Now go to now if because you sell the house now you're getting the profit. So in the case of profit, yep.
If a profit is made for the first case, then the partners will receive according to the ratio they invested and agreed upon.
Okay, clear.
In the second case, the two will be distributed.
Like you invest 5%, and the other brother he invests 10%. you invest 15%, you 20%, others, So according to their shares, you will get the profit. Yep. Yep. For both.
For both of these cases, if the capital was in a liquid form, they shall be distributed in this way.
Okay. Clear? So if you got 100,000 profit, so this $100,000 will be distributed to all the musharik, those who share in this business, according to their shares. 5%, you get 5%. 10%, you get 10%. 15%, you get 15%. 20%, you get 20%, like this.
But if the capital was in such a form that cannot be distributed, such as machinery, then this should be sold and the money then should be distributed according to a ratio.
Okay. Or land, or anything. Okay. Now, there's the good scenario. Firstly, always you talk about the good scenario. You don't want to start with the loss. Okay, you start always with the profit. So we always tell, okay, in case of profit, but because this is profit and loss sharing business, so this is why we have to clear to the parties, okay, to the musharik. A person who share is called musharik. Okay, so in case of loss, what will happen? Yep.
Then each of the partners bear loss according to the amount they put in. This is the capital of all of them has already been mixed, and one could not tell the difference in their investment.
Okay, so anyway, so if the loss, so everyone will bear the loss accordingly, according to their shares. Okay.
If only one partner's wealth capital has been damaged, then in this case, as it is known by all the partners, this person alone will bear the loss, and the musharaka will not be terminated.
Okay, this is one person's problem, not the others. So only that person, because this money basically according to his wishes, for example, to invest this money that particular area, and that was the gray area or risky area. But the other people, mashallah, they invest the money in the other. So because this person is separate, he will bear the loss here. Yep.
A fair system. In this system, each act as a partner and will either receive profit altogether or incur losses altogether. It is an intelligent way to invest money, and if run smoothly, could be of great benefit to the ummah. If in the case of disputes, a review committee will be addressed and the issue will be resolved accordingly.
Okay. Now, musharaka system, how this system works, step by step, with examples. Yep.
Step 1, a group of people come together with capital to invest.
Okay, so like we, for example, ABC. Okay, ABC, to get together, yep, invest the money.
Step 2, they agree to invest in a certain commodity and agree to the ratio of profits. Each will receive, example, buying a house to sell later on.
Okay, so that's the good way. So we have to make sure that which commodity we are going to buy, and then we invest our money into that particular business, and then of course whatever the profit will gain, we give everyone according to their shares. Very simple. Yep.
Step 3, they may allocate which partners will be active in the affairs of the investment and which will not, or in fact if all wish to partake as one team.
Okay.
Step 4, the profit made after the house has been bought and the market value has increased will be distributed according to the ratio.
Clear?
Therefore, the value of the house has increased within a year of $50,000, so each will share this profit.
Yes, clear. Okay. Now, basically, we understand the musharaka system. How the musharaka system, share business system works. So now we understand the concept of this. As I said earlier at the beginning of the lecture, that may Allah SWT reward those ulama, they do the ijtihad, they digitize ijtihad, and they derive from there in our contemporary time, and then they put the Islamic banking system against the, the riba system. Now they derive. Of course, in the past there was no musharaka in banking. There was no banking system anyway. mashallah, they do the ijtihad, and they did the ijtihad, and they are doing a lot of excellent work to help the Muslim Ummah and through these musharaka system. Firstly, we understand the mudaraba. Clear? Now, start from the beginning from mudaraba. So establish ABC Bank, for example. And then we ask people, you can invest your money to us. And the people, mashallah, coming to our cooperative, to our bank. Now we start the business now. So we can start the business through musharaka system. So now I'm going to explain here how the Islamic bank works in the through musharaka system. Okay, so if you have the spare paper, so just write down the details and just made for you here. Just last night I was making this for you people. Okay. Okay, let's say that's the ABC Bank. This is just a scenario. So at least we understand the concept, how the Islamic Bank they work, or how we are going to work as ABC Bank. As ABC Bank, how we will work. So bank is ABC. Mashallah, people they know about us, about ABC, and they want to buy the house through us. So they come to us and okay, they say we want to buy that particular house. The price of the house is let's say 500,000, 500,000. That's the price of the house. And they say that we cannot pay all in front anyway. If we pay, then we can buy ourselves by cash. We don't have the money. So we need the help to buy the house through you. Okay, then we have to decide, okay, for how long? So you say, let's say 20 years. So I can pay the amount in 20 years. That's fine, no problem. So we set up the business. And then we set up for you for 20 years. Maybe one client can say, I want for 10 years. I want for 5 years. I want for 15 years. Whatever, just the example I'm saying, giving here, 20 years. Because it's very hard for people to pay money, 500,000 in 2, 3, 5 years. For the normal, general, common people. So 20 years, people say, okay, we can pay in 20 years. So ABC Bank say, that's fine, we can help you. But the thing is this, we want some share from yours as well, from your side. From your side as well. Because we set up for the musharaka. We did not set up for the murabaha. When you come to murabaha, then we'll talk, don't have to pay even single cent. 0 cent buying the house. We discussed after. Now we set up musharaka. So do not confuse, not mix different. This one is the musharaka, means you have to share some. Now we as a bank, ABC Bank, for example, we can set up, okay, we can share 80%. You should share 20% because start with at least you have some amount of money. So we can understand, yes, in future you can pay money to us. You have that amount of money. So you are capable to pay money to us. So now, so ABC say, okay, we can share 80%. And as a client or as a musharik, basically, he will be musharik, our partner. It's the partnership business. So you can share 20%. So 80% will be $400,000 and 20% will be 100,000. So we two, ABC and Mr. Ahmed, for example, So we'll share the business, and both ABC and Mr. Ahmed, both of them will buy the property, will buy the house. Clear? Now, here you can see that people, they sometimes confuse. They say that the Islamic banking system or the conventional one, both of them are same, because these people, they get the profit and bank get the profit as well. Banks say the riba, interest, 15%, 10%, 4%, 5%, whatever they say. But here, you do not say any profit, but you get the profit. So that's why people say that these people, they change the name, they put the Mosque of Islam, but at the back is similar system. This is the main thing, the people, they confuse, and then they don't want to come to the Islamic banking system. They want to go to the simple, normal bank, and they buy from there. So now, what I'm going to try here, so listen carefully, and inshallah you will understand. See, the bank, what they do, basically they do the business money to money. They do the business money to money, money against the money. Same scenario, the house price is $500,000. You go to the bank, bank will give to the money, we lend the money. Bank is the lender. Bank is the lender. Bank lend the money to you and you borrow the money. You are the borrower. So basically in banking system, there is a lending and borrowing system. Lending and borrowing system. So what is the definition of the riba? What is the definition of interest or usury? Interest of riba is earning money from the money. Earning money from the money, that is riba. Or kullu qardin jarra naf'an or manfi'atan fahuwa riba. Any loan a person gives to you, and this loan basically drive the riba, the nafa, the manfaat, the profit, that will be riba. I lend you $10,000, for example. I'm asking you, give me back 10,500. So this loan basically drive some profit, $500. So that's why this is riba and interest. Money to money, and any extra there will be interest. If you remember that earlier, I gave the example that let's say this is mobile. The worth is $1,000. Okay. Now you can do the business two ways. Number one, I give you $1,000, the cash money. Then asking you give me back $1,100. This $100 is riba. But this other scenario is that I buy this mobile from the wholesales, cost me 1,000. Now I'm selling this with 1,100. So I am getting benefit again, but I'm getting benefit again is 100. We're selling 1,100. This $100 against the commodity, not against the money. The first one against 1,000. I'm getting 100 extra against the money. In the second scenario, I'm getting the money against the commodity. Two big difference. That was the confusion come from the Yahud. If you remember, so we discussed last week that the ayah was Ahallallahu al-bay'a wa harrama riba. What happened? The Yahud said, Qalu, they said, Innamal bay'u mithlu riba. The trade is like a interest, no difference in between them, because for through money to money or through against the commodity, at the end we get the profit. They think both of them are same. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, no, no, no. Ahadallahu al-bay'a. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made the trade halal, wa harama riba, and he made the riba haram. Means two different scenarios, two different things. So now here, if I go to a bank, asking money, bank, if you see the, the contract copy, right at the top, you can see the lender copy, the bank copy. The bank is the lender. And there will be another copy for us, for the client, we'll call borrower's copy. That means in banking system, very simple, lending money and borrowing money. So that, of course, haram. Here in Islamic banking system, there is no lending money here. And no borrowing money here. We do not lend this $400,000 to Mr. Ahmed to buy the house. And Mr. Ahmed is not borrowing the 400,000 from them. You understand? So that's why this alternate system. This is the alternate system. The ulama, they did the ijtihad, mashallah, and they gave the alternate system, saying that we are not dealing with the money. So because we do not deal with the money, so that's why there is no interest involved at all. So now whatever we do here, against the commodity, we do it, we share some money, you share some money, both of us will be the owner of the property, and then we, whatever the profit will get, so we get the profit according to the shares. I deposit 20%, you as a bank deposit 80%, and then whatever the profit will gain, so you get according to 80%, and I get according to 20%. So there's share business. So we would do together, both of us, and then we share the money. You understand? So that's why we have to understand firstly that there is no interest system at all involved here at all. Yes, because we do not give the money to them, to the investor, to the client. A client net borrowing. And in the past, I know there's some cooperative. So when I check their system, saying lending money, borrowing money, I said, what going on here? It's the same thing then. You don't live, and then sometimes they use the word like this. I say, no, you cannot use this, because we both share this property with 20% or with 30% or maybe 50%, depends. I have money, 200,000, but I need 300,000. So I do not take 300,000 from you. We both put the money together. One check will issue from my side as a client, as the musharik, and one check will issue from the ABC cooperative. And this combined amount will go to the person who is the owner of the property. And then that's it. So understand this. That's why when we have of course we hire the solicitor. So you can see solicitor will receive one check from the customer, from the mushari, one check from the the ABC bank or cooperative. So this is, and just I want to clear to you people that in musharaka system there is no riba involved. So two parties, they put their money together and do the business together. Now go to the scenarios how this musharaka system works in buying the house, because the main issue to buy the house nowadays for the people. They don't want to go to bank. They don't want to involve in the bank. They want to do something. It's the Islamic way. At least they can, protect themselves. So house price, let's say this is the house. This is the house, okay? And the price is $500,000. Clear? And that's the price of the house. And ABC cooperative says, okay, we can share. We do not give to you, to client, 400,000. We share. We put our money into this house, 400,000. But you share 20%. 100,000 you share. So now, let's say with this color, this is for Mr. Ahmed, 20%, just example. And this is 80%, the big area. This one, the blue color, is for the ABC cooperative. Clear? Now, this 400,000 ABC invest into property. So they got the money from whom? Of course, ABC got the money from the investors, from the Mudaraba system. Remember, that's why I start from the Mudaraba, the chain, so we can understand. Through Mudaraba, we get the money through investors, we get the money. Now that's why we have got this 400,000 from going to investing to the property. So then whatever the profit will generate from there, so this profit will go to the, Rabbul Mals, investors. And there was the contract between ABC and the investors, if you remember, 80%, 20% or whatever. So ABC will get the profit 80% and 20% to investors. Clear? This 80%, of course, this ABC will pay the rent of the office, will pay the wages to the people that are working there, a lot of things involved in it. So get together, together they're doing their business, getting money through Mudaraba, now doing business through Musharaka is the one scenario. Now, how they get the profit, how the ABC will get the profit from this 400,000. Now, you can see here. So basically, ABC Bank will say to the Musharik, to the partner, 20% partner, you will live in this house, and then we put this house as a rent, on the rent. So rent, of course, just let's say 2,000 or 2,400, $600 per week. This example. So $2,000 or $2,400. That's the rent of the house. So each month, basically, you need to pay the rent per month, and then from this rent, 20% rent you don't have to pay because you are the owner of 20%. You need to pay the rent 80%. Clear to everyone? So it's through the rent. So they generate the profit. So this profit will go to the other people, other investors who invest money to ABC. And as well as ABC will get his share as well for their efforts and their services. Clear? Now, so in 1 month, every single month, the client or Mr. Ahmad, if we said the name, will pay two things combinedly. There will be breakdown, of course. The details, just I give you the example. The breakdown is like this. One is the rent. Second one, you need to buy the share each month. Every single month, you have to buy the share. So now, So this is 20 years. In 20 years, how many months will be? 240 months. 240 months will be for 20 years. So basically 220 shares you need to buy, whether each month or if you got the money, mashallah, somehow you want to buy 10 shares, mashallah, go. 20 shares. Sometime, mashallah, after 2-3 years, mashallah, you got the money from overseas or from somehow, mashallah, from other business. You want to finish the contract, you want to buy whole share, you want to finish, not 20 years, then want to go to for 20 years. Just I want to finish as quick you can. Yes, if you have money, buy the rest of the share, you will be the owner for 100%, and then house will be for you. But start bit by bit. For the normal person who wants, he knows about his business or about his job, and he knows that I can pay only monthly with this basis, that's fine. You can go with this musharaka system, and then what will happen then? You pay the rent and the share, 240 shares basically. If you divide, if you divide $400,000 divide into 240, it will come how much? Well, $1,666.66. This is per month. So then this basically this the share. So every month you buy this share, so increase your share. And in that case, the ABC will decrease their share. And Mr. Ahmed will, he basically getting the extra shares each month. Clear? So that's the amount. So every single month he will pay till end the last, this all payment, last day, for example. So in that case, this is the very simple way I'm telling you here. So in that case, basically what will happen, that per month the profit, how much will get at ABC? $1,666.66. That's the profit for ABC, and for 20 years means 240 months. So how much the profit will get in 20 years over that period? Basically 366,000. Yes, no, yes, no, 300. No, the profit, the whole profit.
Yes, 3,600.
No, this is no, this this one. Basically, $379,884. So we will get the profit over the period, over the 20 years. All the money will be together $879,800 or $984. That is the amount you will pay. So basically, the amount was invested 400,000. So now how much you will get? The profit $379,900. Let's say $380,000. That will be the profit for ABC. So this is the way basically the musharaka system works. There are a lot of details as well here, but I wanted to explain to you the system, how this system works. Now, if you see the market, you can see that people sometimes they get upset. They do not understand. You know, every month you are buying the share with the share is, each share is $1,666.66. That's the share. So basically you are buying the share and ABC is the seller, is selling the share. Got the point? And buying and selling the shares, in that case, of course, you got the right. ABC, I mean, we are the ABC. So you as ABC, you got the right to sell the commodity, sell the share with some profit on top of that. You can say, okay, $20, for example. That's fine, nothing wrong with this. So everything must be clear into the terms and conditions. So you will know, okay, I will buy, but I need to pay a little amount for selling and buying. That was the rent. This is the selling and buying. That's why you can see the some company, they basically say like this, the selling price and buying price, and the people confused with this. So, but anyway, when you go to the practically to see the system, then you can understand. But here I'm giving you the scenario, how this system works. So you understand? That is the musharaka system. So through musharaka system, we can buy the house, we can buy the car, we can even do the business. For example, you want to open the shop, grocery shop, for example, and you have some amount, and then you want to get the full amount to do the business. You need $200,000, but you got only, let's say, 40,000. So you can go to the Islamic cooperative or to ABC and ask the ABC, so that I want to do the business. ABC will say, okay, that's fine. We'll share the business. So ABC put 160,000, you put 40,000, and then this man start a business. And then whatever the profit will gain, this man, this Mr. Ahmad, for example, and then 20% will go to him and 80% will go to ABC. So that's the share business. So in our daily life, sometimes we need the money to do the business. So we can go to musharaka way. So through musharaka, you can buy house, we can do everything. Now, in the past not too long, just for 5 years before, most of the Islamic bank or cooperative, they used to do the business of buying the house particularly through musharaka, this musharaka system. In this musharaka system, there are the benefits for both of them. In some areas, we can see there are the disadvantages as well. So now, first you understand the system. Now I'm saying the second thing for you people. Of course, in any business, there's advantage, there's disadvantage. Any business. If there's no risk involved, then there's no business case. Only the profit, only the profit, only the profit. Something is wrong there. You know, bank, if you invest your money into the bank, so we just care about our interest, how much the interest they give to us every month or quarterly, whatever. So if anything happened to the bank, it will give us our money back. This is your amount. But in Islamic banking, as we discussed, if the commodity gone, the both parties will bear the loss. Yes, sir. Profit and share business. So here in the musharaka system, we can see some good thing and some disadvantage as well for ABC, for the bank. Advantage, of course, is there, getting benefit. We can see the scenario. MashaAllah, very nice scenario, getting benefit, and the investors, the mudarib are happy as well. What do you call the Rabbul Mal are happy as well, and they are getting benefit, MashaAllah, every month or quarterly or yearly, they are getting their benefit. I tell you one thing here. If you just search, I don't want to say the particular company's name. I don't want to say, okay, this company is good, or just say in simple. If you know, in Sydney, there are many, they are doing this, okay? We can say off the record. So you can see, so these people, what, mashallah, they get the profit. You compare with the Commonwealth Bank, but the other bank, mashallah, they are getting more benefit. They give you the more dividend than Commonwealth Bank. You'll be surprised. There's a barakah. Is a barakah in Islam. Subhanallah. Now, in Musharaka system, there are the problems. So people nowadays, they don't want to deal with the Musharaka. I mean, the Islamic cooperative, they don't want to. See, the advantage is there, profit is there, mashallah. No problem. But sometime what happened? The people say, we don't have money. The Musharik, a client, says, I don't have money this month to pay. So 1 month, okay. Second month, and then mashallah, this man going overseas, enjoying the life, holidays, not paying money to ABC. The pressure will build up on ABC because ABC, people give them money to ABC. People trust this company to gain some money, to get some profit, to give them back, give the profit to them. Now, no profit happening. At the end of the year, people will talk, will ask. So the ABC will be in trouble. So sometimes people say, oh, they don't worry, we Muslim, you Muslim, we are Muslim. Brothers, don't worry, brothers. We'll get you next year when I get the job. It happened. And many Islamic bankrupt because of this attitude. Happened in the past. In many Islamic countries. Basically, Muslims, they are hurting each other. Taking the advantage in the wrong way. We shouldn't do this. We should help this sort of thing in business, so with this business grow up. So, the other people can convince. Anyway, so we have some ideas. But of course, we say like in our language, sabr ke bhi ek limit hoti hai. There's a limit for the, sabr. For how long? Now, one time will come there, and then you say, no, we can't. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Then, of course, then you have to get up. As ABC, so we can't. So, as a Sharia advisor to the different cooperative, I tell them, okay, at least give them as a Muslim 3 months. A bank, normal bank, won't give you for more than 15 days. And then put your house into auction straight up. But we give 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Okay, and then if you can afford, okay, give more time. Because we know this person is very nice, but unfortunately, his job is gone, his business is finished, he's struggling. So if we can help, we can help. Now, how can help? Listen here. For how many months you can see? Let's say 3 months, 6 months, whatever. You ask them, okay, do not buy the share, which is the 2,000. But rent, of course, you have to pay the rent anyway. If you live anywhere in Australia, you pay the rent. The landlord will ask you for the rent. You have to pay the rent anyway. Just pay the rent. Don't worry about the shares. For 6 months, that will be $12,000. Okay, just relax. When you get a job, then come back, and then you can buy the shares as much you can, or maybe we can help you. So there's 20 years plus 6 months. At the end, we can expect 6 months for you. So see, the advantage is there, mashallah. If this business goes, mashallah, smoothly, no problem. But sometimes there's some people come like this, and this advantage happen, and then sometimes they are not real people. Investing money some other areas and saying, all the problem, my job is not there. But if you see, mashallah, he is doing other business, buying other properties, doing other stuff happening here, even in Sydney. So, of course, there's no good here. So, that's why now most of the Islamic cooperative, they stop sharing business. This scenario. But this scenario is a very, very good scenario. Very good scenario. And in this scenario, we can help Muslims. As I said to you here, let's say if you're the real person, you're really struggling, and for 6 months or 1 year, So we can help, okay, from 20 years to 21 years. You can shift 1 year extra. Or whenever you get the opportunity, you get the money, you can buy the extra share. And on top of that, in these share systems, so you don't have to continue till the end. You want to end up after 1 year or 2 years, mashallah, you got the money from other sources, buy whole shares. Finished, you become the owner, and then you read the what you call the owner of the house, and that's it, finished. You'll get the certificate. That's clear? Okay, we inshallah 5 minutes, 10 minutes inshallah break. So you have in the meantime questions, or you can take tea, drinks inshallah ta'ala, and then inshallah continue.